Right everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's feeling okay and everybody's well. So yeah, bit of a different one today. Just had a new scope sent out to me by Oneleaf AI. So yeah, go and have a look at this. Just like a bit of an unboxing and just look at the scope and some of the specs on it. I already have had the scope out the box and had to play about with it, and I absolutely, well, obviously what I've seen of it, quick look just in the house. I haven't had time to get it out yet, but absolutely amazing bit of kit. But it is the Oneleaf Mars MT1000 LRF, as you can see. Like I said, it is a thermal digital scope. It is wrote down as a digital camera, but it is a digital thermal imaging scope. I've never used a thermal scope in my life, so this is the first for me, and obviously learning curve and whatever. So I have been through the menu on this, and it is exactly the same as the NV500, which I've got, the day and night scope. So the menu is exactly the same. So absolutely piece of cake to follow. So yeah, we'll take it out of the box and we'll have a quick look. Like I say, I've already unboxed this and see what it is. Yeah, it's got some things on the box. It's got some specs on there if you want to have a look at them. Just what the different lenses does. This one did come with 2 lenses, but obviously if you do purchase them, you can get which lens you want. I got the I think it's the 35mm lens and the 50mm lens, and I also think they do a 75mm lens as well for further distance. But yeah, that'll do me for now. So I know some people don't like these unboxing videos and stuff like that. They like to see the main action in the field and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll just have a quick look at it. That is a heat pad. What you do, you stick it on your target, rub it, then it creates heat, so you can zero your scope on the heat source. But truthfully, I think the hand warmers that you get that are like tea bags, I think they'd probably do the same thing. Or when I've been watching a couple of channels, what they do is use the silver foil tape and put that on the target, and then obviously that shows up in the thermal scope. And but yeah, we'll give them a go when I get out in the field. Obviously I don't want to crack them open yet, just in case I end up activating them by accident, which you don't want to. And obviously you get your guide, which call them, your instruction book, that's the one, and how to use it. Like I say, very informative, but obviously if you've watched my videos in the past, you know I can't understand instructions very good or read very good or anything like that. But yeah, we'll have a quick look at it. There's some diagrams. Like I say, you can change your lenses on this as well for different lenses, exactly the same as the NV500. So we'll have a quick look and see what's going on, see what else I need that I can choose. Just some specs there. Like I say, I'll just hold it up like that, then if you want to pause the screen you can have a quick read of it, because like I say, I do struggle to read and stuff. I can read in my head, but when I try and read out loud, it doesn't sound good. That's some of the imaging there, what it might look like. Obviously it's got a load of different imaging palettes on it, which we'll go through in a bit. And obviously there's all your menu in there, but I'll plug it into the monitor and we'll have a look at the menu properly in a bit. Yeah, looks like, see, I've had a little play about it in the house, and I have looked at the dog with the screen, which looked amazing. Yeah, just quite a lot of information in there for you to have a look at. And then obviously in there as well, you get a cleaning cloth, and just a quick leaflet there on the lenses that you change. Then you get, is that a 3 year? Yeah, that's a 3 year guarantee as well. When you buy the scope, you do get a 3 year guarantee card on it. I'm just putting stuff down here at the minute because obviously there's not enough room on this little table. So just pull the menu out and get straight to it. I don't have to pack them in these boxes there. Pretty good like. But yeah, there's the main unit. As you can see, yeah, I'm pretty used to these because it's exactly the same setup as the other unit I've got so side. Obviously you'd have your flip cap. That's the 50mm lens that's on it now, and you do get, I think it's 35mm lens. 2 minutes. I think it tells you on here. Yeah, 35mm lens, so that you can swap that out for that one. And how you swap the lenses is there's a little button at the side there. You push the button in, twist the lens off, take it off, and then you just click that one in and twist it into place. It's a bit like a camera, basically, works the same. But yeah, absolutely bit weighty in it, like the other one is. And like I say, I think it's made of some sort of aluminium stuff. On this one as well, you do get an extra battery. Sorry, you get a battery slot, whereas the other one has an internal battery, so once the battery goes dead, you can no longer use the scope unless you carry a power bank with you or something like that. But this one does have interchangeable batteries, and I think they are the I can't remember what size they are now. They are the average batteries what they normally get. Is it 10, 50, 65s or something like that? But anyway, yeah, they are interchangeable, so if your battery does go dead, you can just carry a couple in the field with you. And then, like I say, swap them out. Obviously, it does come with loads of caps on and stuff like that. The back end does turn, so you can focus it to see the screen properly when you've got the screen on. The buttons at the top, that one's your menu button. You press it down, hold it down, and then it brings the menu screen up. Then you scroll it left to right to put your menu up and down to see what menu you want. And then once you click which menu you want, you click on your menu, and then it brings you into another drop down box, and then you do your bits and bobs in there, of which I'll show you on the monitor. But when you click into the menu box, it comes up on the right hand side telling you exactly what you have to do in that menu. So every menu you click on, you get a drop down box that tells you what you have to do. So you don't really need to read the instructions. Then long press again takes you back out of the menu, and then that is your laser range finder and your ballistics calculator. So you give it one press, it'll range it, and then you press it again, then it'll put you across where you need it to be. That bit's your laser range finder. And yeah, and the buttons on the top, that one is your record button. One quick press for record, hold it for a second or two to take a picture, but I'll never take a picture, I just use it for record. That one is your brightness of your screen, I think. Yeah, brightness of your screen, and also if you hold it, it changes your different backgrounds into like so I'll show you them on the monitor. Different backgrounds. I think you'd have city, forest, and stuff like that, depending on the environment you're shooting in. Then that one is your palette button. You press that one, and it changes all your different colour palettes, like your white hot, your black hot, your red hot, and it does all them bits and bobs. So like I say, we will have a look at that. Obviously, power button on the side. Long press powers it on, long press to turn it off, and then when it's on, if you quickly press it, it'll put your scope into standby, and then obviously as soon as you press it, your scope will lighten up as well instantly, so you can take your shot. And as far as I know, I think the batteries do last 5 hours on them, obviously depending on how much you're using the scope, or if you're putting it into standby mode or whatever, it'll probably last a bit longer. But yeah, absolutely excited to get this out and give it a go. Like I say, I've never used a film before, so I can't really pick no bad points about the scope at the minute because I've never used one before. So obviously in future videos, if I do pick anything up on it that I think could be improved, like out my own eyes, out my own opinion, I'll let you know. But at the moment, obviously, I can't really say there's out bad about it because I've never ever used one. So yeah, absolutely fantastic bit of kit. Then obviously it comes with the mounting brackets underneath that you put your mounting bracket on for your scope. Yeah, those are we going to get. Yeah, you get two cables, your C-type cable, obviously for charging the battery inside the scope if you want to, or you can take the battery out of the scope and charge it in an external charger, which is what I'll do. And that one is your mini HDMI, so you can plug that into your scope and then plug it into the telly or into a monitor, and then you can watch what you can see through the scope on your monitor, or if you have an adapter for your phone, it'd probably work on your phone as well. That's some more caps obviously there for the cap on that when I take it off, but I don't need it off. So yeah, you get absolutely loads of caps. That screws onto the back, but I'm not a real fan of the rubber eyepieces, but I'll give it a go anyway when I get it on the gun. But that just screws onto the back, and obviously it's like a soft cushion to put it out, but I might give it a go. But if I don't like it, I'll just take it back off again, because for some reason I can't get away with them. There's all your screws, your Allen keys, and absolutely loads of O-rings in there, because everything is sealed with an O-ring, obviously to make it waterproof and what have you. Then obviously you get a bag to carry it in. Yeah, some more O-rings there, absolutely loads of bags of O-rings. So yeah, you won't run short on O-rings if any break on your door, any happen to pop out or out like that. Obviously you get a suede bag to keep the scope in if it's not in use, just to protect it. But once that goes on my rifle, it'll probably be staying on my rifle. Then obviously you've got your mount for your gun. You screw that bit onto the base of your scope, where I've just showed you. Then obviously put that on. It is a Picatinny rail mount, so you put that on. Obviously tighten your screws up, and then that goes on there like that. But yeah, the gun I'm putting this on, I did buy a Picatinny rail for it for the other scope that's on it now, but it sits too high. I'm waiting for 2 new ones to come, and they sit a lot lower. So hopefully I'm waiting for them to come, and I can mount the scope onto that gun, then it'll sit lower so I can get better eye alignment. Because the Picatinny rail I've got on at the minute with the mount, it sits pretty high, so when I shoulder the gun, the scope sits too high, so I'm not really getting the cheek piece on my cheek. I'm above the cheek piece, if you know what I mean. So yeah, and he also sent me out this one as well. This is another scope mount. This one's a quick release one. So yeah, I can either use the fixed one or the quick release one, which is that one there. Obviously all you do is put it on your gun, undo these levers, and then just fasten them on, and that clips. That's if you want to swap it from gun to gun. That's a good idea, but like I say, that'll be probably once it's on my gun, it'll be staying on the gun it goes on. So whether I use that one or not, I don't know yet. I might just use the one that you get with it, but we'll wait and see. Or I could use that one, and then if I want to use it as a spotter when I'm out, take it off the gun. If I take one of my other guns out with me, and then I could use that as a spotter maybe. But yeah, you get quite a lot of features in it, like and stuff like that. Like I say, still I'm learning the scope and everything, so I know most people just want to see it's what it's like in the field and proper in use. So what I'm going to do now is get it connected up to the monitor, and we'll have a look through the monitor, and we'll see what goes on inside the scope, and I'll show you the menu and all the different colour palettes and the coloured backgrounds and stuff. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Looks like a fantastic bit of kit. Like I say, I'm really looking forward to getting out. The only thing I will say about thermals, what I've seen, is obviously because it picks up on body heat on the animal that you're shooting. Identification of the animal, which might be a problem, but obviously if you're used to them, people know what they're shooting. Because people who are shooting foxes, to me, I don't know if that'd be a fox or a dog, because obviously you just get the heat signature. And I did watch a video once. There was a person shooting pigeons in a barn, like obviously on the night, and he was using a thermal, and he came onto one pigeon, and obviously from the side, well, the angle he had it on, it did look like a pigeon, but obviously he knew what it was. And he said, no, to someone who doesn't know how to read a thermal properly, they would have shot that. And then when he changed the scope to a different angle, it was actually an owl that he had the thermal on, but it did look like a pigeon. So I'd have to get positive identification on what I'm shooting, but I'll mainly be using it for rats, rabbits and squirrels, which are easy to shoot, and obviously daytime pigeons mainly, but which you can identify with your eyes before you take a shot of them. But yeah, we'll go down, have a look at that, see what it's like when I properly use it out in the field. I have had it on the dog, and it looks absolutely amazing on the dog. So if he stands still, I'll try and get it on the monitor. So yeah, like I said, I'll just show you the main features of the scope and everything like that. Like I said, I don't know the full specs and everything, but all the full specs are in the manual and stuff. It tells you in that what all the specs of the lenses are and all the film and all that. Like I said, I'm not into photography and stuff. And that's all the different coloured reticles you can get as well on it. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. So I'll get the monitor set up, and hopefully we'll be able to see some bits and bobs in there. So yeah, as you can see, that's what I'm looking at the minute. That's white hot. Obviously I haven't really gotten out to put it on properly, just because of because I am in the house at the minute. So that is facing towards the back. So yeah, we'll go into the menu. Okay, long click on the menu button at the top, then there's a menu. So got it in sharp mode at the top. I've just left that into standard. So move around to reticle type. I've already got my reticle type set, but if you click on that, then obviously it brings all your different reticles up on there. I think there's 7 different reticles on there. So we'll come back out of that one. No. Yeah, come back out of that one. Then that's your 1-shot 0. Obviously I haven't done that yet because I haven't had it out in the field. But to go on the 1-shot 0, you just click on that. And then it tells you exactly what to do at the bottom there. So then obviously you just follow all the instructions at the bottom, and that's how you do your 1-shot 0. Just move the dial on the top to move your left, your first cross left and right, your X, and then you click the menu button and it makes you move your Y up and down. So that's how you do that. But like I say, I haven't done that yet because obviously I do need to then long press should take us back out of that. Successfully saved, but obviously I haven't done out. That changes all your colours to your rectangle colours, but I just want to leave mine on red. So yeah, you got yellow, blue, green, red, white. Yeah, this menu is absolutely doddle. That's just your position of your ballistics calculator when you do it. Obviously that'll match your ballistics parameters, which is this one. No, it isn't, sorry. Click it down, that one. And I've already put some of the ballistics in here at the moment. So, yeah, I've already put my ballistics in there, so I don't really want to swap around. But you just put your ballistic group in, which is the BC, the pellet, which I got online, 21. My bullet weight is, grain, sorry, is 8.64. Velocity of the gun is 749. I'm going to be zeroing it at 20 yards. I haven't done the scope height yet now because I haven't got the scope on yet, so that'll change when I get the scope on. Then obviously your shooting angles, your wind velocity, and you just Google all them and put them in as best as you can. That's how I've done all them. But we'll come back out of that. Right, there we go, back out there. Then first focal plane or second focal plane, I've got it on the second, which means when I zoom in, the cross will stay the same size rather than going up and down. Units, you can have it in yards or meters. I have it in yards because I like to shoot at yards. White hot is what I've got it set at the minute. But you can press the buttons on top of your scope to change that quickly as well. But like I say, I've got it on white hot at the minute, and we'll go through that in a minute. That's your different modes as well, your background modes, which I've got it on city. So like I say, we'll go back through that again. Then if you turn your dial down again, it goes on to the next one. Movie mode, I've got it on 60 Hz because that's what I've been seeing people have it on, because that gives you a smoother image when you're trying to film something. Movie clip time, I've set mine to 5 minutes. I think you can set it to 10 at the most, or have it for a minute or 2 minutes. But I've just set mine to 5. Auto record, I've got that set off. That's mainly if you're shooting a rim fire. Obviously, if you get recoil, it'll automatically start recording. But when you're shooting it on an air rifle, it doesn't have no recoil, so I just leave that off. Sound, I've got that on, obviously, so I can talk while I'm trying to shoot. Button backlight, you can have that on or off. I know the buttons on this pretty good, so I've left, all that does is lights the buttons up on top of the scope. But I've left it off because I think it saves a bit more battery power if you don't have it on. Because on my other scope, when you put it into standby, the lights still stay on, so I think it does drain your battery a little bit more when that's on. That's your brightness of your screen when obviously you're looking through the back. You can click onto that and then you can turn it down or up. I've got it set on 50 at the minute. I think that might be good, but if it does start making my eyes go blurry, then obviously I'll turn the brightness down when I start getting to use it in the field. Icon, I've got them switched on. That's just like your Oneleaf logo, and then you get loads of logos on the screen, which you can see when I come back out of the screen. Display widgets, that's all the widgets like your canter for your gun left and right, which I'll show you in a minute, or like you've got elevation up and down as well. Compass, that just tells you which way you're pointing your gun, whether it's north, east, south or west. And your gyro is up and down when that gives you the calibration if you can the degrees you've got your gun pointing up or down. Picture in picture, that gives you another little box in your screen if you want it on, but truthfully I don't really use that, so I just leave mine switched off. Shutter correction, I've got that on auto. Obviously I don't like messing around with cameras because I don't really know what I'm doing. Blind calibration, I don't really know what that is. I think that's already set up, so I haven't messed about with that one. Prevent burns, obviously you leave that switched on, so if the sunlight goes into the lens, obviously you don't point the lens at the sun because it can burn your lens out apparently with it being a thermal imaging. So, but if it just prevents, if you do get any sunlight into it by accident or out, it prevents it burning the screen or whatever it burns inside. Like I say, I don't know that much about thermals. That's a lid calibration, so you close your lid, your screen protector thing at the front, and then you do a calibration on that, and then I think that just alters the picture properly so that it knows what you're doing. Contrasts on 44, don't mess about with that. Stamps, obviously your date, time and logo and what have you. Obviously dates, I've got all that set. Clock, I think I've got that set. Yep. That's just to see what card information you've got on your card and stuff. And what have you. And then obviously that one formats your card. Like if you've got a load of videos on there and you want them taken off, you save them onto something else and then format it. And then that'll take everything off your card, ready to go again. Obviously English, the language that we speak, or if people can understand me sometimes, but that is me language, English. Then obviously, if you want to go back to reset to the factory so you can reset it all, that's that one. So right, we'll come back out the menu. So yeah, this line on your left hand side there is for your elevation and you're pointing down. So as you point the scope up, should move up like that. And as you go down, it should move down. Yeah. And then the one over on the right hand side of your screen is for your cant. So if you cant it to the right, that goes down that way. And obviously cant it to the left, it goes that way, just so you know you've got your scope straight when you're shooting. These at the bottom, I can see all these through the scope when I press record. But when I press record, it doesn't record none of this. It only records across. And the time and date and stuff, which is a shame. The only thing with Oneleaf, I might message him again as well, and then hopefully a future update, if you can record all this when you're taking your shot. Because once you press record on your scope, you can still see all this, but it doesn't record on your recording, if you know what I mean. And all this bit at the bottom, like it tells me I'm on city there, and I've got it set on white hot. But it doesn't record all that when you press record. But obviously when you're looking down in the scope, you can see it all. So yeah, so that's set on white hot at the minute. So what I'm going to do now is just go through different view palettes. What's that one? That one is Sepia, hot. Tells you in the bottom here what it is. That one's Iron Bow, hot. That one's Rainbow. Like I say, it doesn't look much difference from the Iron Bow. That one looks a good one. That's a night one. Like I say, I've had that on the dog and it looks pretty good. That's Aurora. I think I can see, like I say, I can't really see the writing in the bottom. Yeah, that's Aurora, that one. That one's Red Hot. That's another pretty good one that I'll probably use. Yeah, that one's Jungle. That one's Medical. I don't think I'll use that one. The channels I've been watching, not many people like the Medical one, but I don't think I'd ever use that one for anything. And then that one's Black Hot, which is another good one. I'll probably be using that one quite a bit. That one's Glory Hot. That one looks like another good one, so we could end up using that one. And then back to White Hot. Then if you look over here where it says City, I'll try and change them. So that one has gone to, that's Forest background. So that one hasn't changed. 2 minutes. That one's Rain. So like different environments, you can change your background and then it gives you a better picture through your thermal. That one's Snow. That one's Fog. Like I say, you can't really see now, so we will do this when I get in the field and we'll do it properly. I'm just showing you a different, that's back to City again. So, yeah. So, absolutely fantastic. Right, I'm going to try and pick the scope up now and shine it on the dog. See if it works. Like I say, I'm not looking for the scope because it is wired up to... So I'm trying to see the dog there, I can't see him. Yeah, he's doing so, just try and focus it. See, it's because he's that close, it's, where's he gone? Sorry about this, I'm trying to do this without looking through the scope. Yeah, because it's plugged up the telly and the dog's really close. He's obviously not showing up very good, so I'll try a few different palettes. There you go. It's because he's that close to me that obviously I can't get it into focus properly because I've got the big lens on. Yeah, he's only about 3 foot away from me at the minute, so that's why it's looking like that, but we will test it properly in the field. That one's a Medical one. Black Hot. There you go, that one's a good one. Then we go back to White Hot. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic bit of kit. But like I say, once we get in the field, we'll hopefully be able to do it properly. And then obviously digital zoom, you just turn the knob at the top like that and then that puts your zoom in. But obviously we are only in the house at the minute, so it's not going real good that close. See if I can do the rangefinder. One click on the top, and then the little flag comes up, and then you click it again. And then it should range find. But obviously I think I'm too close to stuff here. See if I can do it somewhere else. Try that. So there's your rangefinder. And then it puts you across on the screen there where you need to aim. But obviously I haven't set the 0 up yet, so we'll have to do that when we get out in the field. So yeah, as you can see, looks like it's going to be a fantastic scope. And for the prices of these as well, I think these are under £1,500, obviously depending on what kit you get. Or just over 1,000 I think they are. I don't know the price properly, you'd have to go online to check, because you can get it with a smaller lens, which is the one I showed you earlier on, or you can get it with a bigger lens, or they did send me the kit out with 2 lenses. I'm not sure if you can buy it without the laser rangefinder and just have the scope itself, which would obviously make it a bit cheaper. But as far as I know, for it being a thermal, for the price of it, it's really budget. Obviously, it's still expensive over a grand, but obviously I know a lot of people can't afford that much money. But when you look at some of the other thermals out there, which are like £2,000, £3,000 and £4,000 and upwards, even more than that, depending on what you buy, for the features you get on this, and like say if it's out like the other scope, it'll be absolutely fantastic. But some of the features you get on it, and all the different palettes and everything you get on it, I am really looking forward to getting this. I forgot to put the cap on, but I'll scroll that back on in a minute. So yeah, I'm absolutely looking forward to using this in the field. Obviously I know that's going to be the main proof of the pudding when we actually get it out and use it, but absolutely doddle to use these, especially in the menus and everything. Like say someone like me who's not clued up with technology at all or anything, easy to follow. You just click in the menu, click on the bit you want, and it gives you the information on the screen inside to let you know what you need to do in that menu, menu selection. Yeah, absolutely thrilled with this. Can't wait to get it out and give it a go. Honestly can't. Especially on the rats. So I'll see if I can find some specs on it, and we'll see where we can go. Excuse me, glasses. I don't like wearing glasses, like probably most people. But I'm going to see if we've got any specs on it. Oh, you've got specifications. It's the Mars MT1000, resolution pixels 640 with a star 515, displayed resolution pixels 1024 star, and then 768. People who know about cameras will know what that means. Pixel pitch UM12, NETD MK20, objective lens millimeter 35, 50 and the 75 if you want to purchase 75. Relative aperture f1.0, that's in the 35. The 50 is f1.0 and the 75 is f1.0. Magnification 35mm lens is 2 times, and the 50 lens is 2.8 times, and the 75 lens is 4 times. Digital zoom on the 50 is 1.8. Field of view H&V horizon 12.5, that's on the 35mm, 8.8 on the 50mm lens, and 6 on the 75. Field of view vertical is 10.1 on the small lens, 7 on the 50, 4.74 on the 75. Focus range yards, 328 yards infinity, that's with a small lens. The 50 lens 3.28 yards, 328 yards infinity, and the 75 is 547 yards infinity, whatever that means. Eye relief is 70mm, that's I think with the rubber cuption on. The diopter adjustment is 6:2, that's the bit that I think where you focus it to see through, not 100% sure. Direction range, meters and yards, 1,800 to 1,969 with a 35mm lens. The 50 lens is 2,600 to 2,843, and the 75mm lens is 3,900 to 4,076. Reticle colour, obviously we just seen them, white, red, green and blue and dark. Position 6, that means it's got 6 ballistic setups on it, so you can set it for 6 different rifles if you need to. Scene mode, it's got the snow, fog, city, forest and rain, which we've just been through. And then the false colour is white hot, sepia, iron brow, rainbow, night, aurora, red hot, jungle, medical, black hot, glory hot. Photo format is JPEG. Photo resolution is 1024 to 768. Frame rate is 60 Hz, which is what I've got it set on. You can have it set at 50 Hz or 30 Hz. Yeah, there's some information there if you want to pause the screen and have a read of it yourself, because I've probably done a balls up job of that. And there's the stuff you get in the bag. Like I said, the bits I've just been through in the box, but they did send me an extra Picatinny rail out, which was that one, which is obviously the quick release one, just in case you want to swap it onto different guns. Yeah, like I say, loads of information in here, like. And on this one as well, as far as I know, because if you put it in 60 Hz, on some thermals, when you're filming, the video is jerky as it tries to catch back up with itself. Whereas as far as I know, if you put it on 60 Hz, the video should run smooth all the way through and you shouldn't get no jerky bits. But yeah, like I said, we'll give that a go in the field and see what it's like. But pity we couldn't get a proper picture of the dog, but he is really close. Like I say, he's about 3 or 4 foot away from where I am, so maybe having a big lens on, I focused it out as far as I could go. But yeah, absolutely looks like a fantastic bit of kit. Can't wait to get to use it in the field. They have sent me a discount code with this as well, if anyone's interested. It's Sean's Adventures, and you get 5% off if you go on the link. I will leave a link in the description as well for the website for these, if anyone wants to take a look at them. Obviously, it's up to you whether you want to buy one or not, but I really do think the Oneleaf gear is absolutely really good, what I've used in the past, especially the other scope. So yeah, if you want to take a look at them, I'll leave a link in the description. And then if you do end up wishing to purchase one, if you use my code Sean's Adventures, you'll get a 5% discount. I don't know how long the discount lasts for, but Jason from Oneleaf has sent me a discount for my viewers if they wish to have a look at them and purchase one. But yeah, like I say, absolutely fantastic. And I would like to thank the Oneleaf, Jason and the Oneleaf team for sending me this out to give me the opportunity to have a go of it and mess about and give it a quick review, and yeah, we'll see how we get on in the future. But just waiting for the Picatinny rails to come. Now I'm going to be putting this on one of the guns, and then hopefully we'll everything going well, we'll have it out soon and give it a proper go. So yeah, just a quick, I know my unboxing videos and the way I explain stuff doesn't come across very good. I'll take them off now. Don't know if I've still got them on because I hate wearing them things. But yeah, like I said, I know me unboxing videos and the way I try and explain stuff doesn't come across very good because I'm not that good at it. But like I say, I like to use the stuff in the field and do it that way, because then that way it's in proper use what it's going to be used for. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this one. Like I say, it's just something to keep an eye out for and have a look at if you're interested in a thermal. So yeah, first thermal I've had, I'm absolutely chuffed to bits. I've got that, like I say, I can't wait to learn how to use it properly and go through all the menus and everything and see where we go from there. So yeah, like I say, really looking forward to it. And obviously if I do put the quick release mount on it, I can take it off if I take another gun out and use it as a spotter, like a thermal spotter if I need to. So yeah, we'll give it a go and see what it's like. So keep your eye out for the next video, and we'll see what it's like in the field. Absolutely buzzing with that. Like I say, I can't thank Jason and the Oneleaf team enough for sending me that out. So yeah, absolutely unbelievable. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the field on the next one with this on the gun and get it zeroed in. So thanks for watching, and like I say, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.